want to call the order of the middle school board meeting. First order on the agenda is the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Got these new mics here. Rusty, you want to read our mission statement for us?
Hello. Our mission to graduate all students with high levels of academic and personal achievement, ready for post-secondary excellence, prepared for productive, compassionate citizenship, with research-based instruction, and a collaborative system of support.
Thank you. 2.0, any changes or additions today, Jim? None. All right. 3.0, public forum. Individuals on site during this portion of the board meeting, members of the public are specifically invited to present items of commendation and or concern. At the discretion of the board chair, further public participation may be allowed at the time specific agenda items are under consideration. For individuals viewing online, we post the upcoming agenda to our website the Friday before regularly scheduled Monday school board meetings. This will allow for public comment prior to the board meeting. Please click the tab provided there to share your comments for the school board to consider at the upcoming meeting. In general, personnel matters may not be discussed at public or in public at a school board meeting. Members of the public who have personnel concerns or commendations should share them directly with the superintendent. Does look like we have any today, Kimberly?
Yeah.
Okay. 4.0. 4.1 high school student representative report.
Do I just stay in for?
Yeah, you can just come up, just kind of right there, yeah, introduce yourself and go for it.
Okay, hi, I'm Spencer Smith. I'm the ASB secretary in our student council. We've got a lot of things going on right now. We just had our spring sports assembly, which is where everyone gets together in the gym and all the teams that are doing athletics and other events like that at this time are recognized. And we play a bunch of games. It's kind of, one of the things student council works to do, I think 3 times a year. Coming up, we have Spring Fest, which is a big event near the end of the year where everyone can get out of school a little early and go out to the track and do some games. There's usually food trucks, usually we get Kona Ice to give away free snow cone to everyone, and that's a fun time. We have also Prom on the Horizon, planning is working toward for that. And we have our elections coming up in May, so that's all that's going on right now.
Great, thank you. Do you have any questions? All right, thank you for coming. 4.2, CTE Ag presentation.
Thank you again for having us this evening. Our CTE program would like to present some of the information and some of the different action items that we've been focused on throughout the year. We've had a pretty active year and it goes all the way through late August. Basically, our students that are with us tonight are members of our agricultural business management and leadership team, mostly seniors. We do have a few juniors, as well as our FFA executive officer team. This is an opportunity for us to share out with our community members and our school board what our fundraising dollars, our learning and our education focus on. This year I had the opportunity to complete my master's in curriculum and instruction through College of Education. And my project was a capstone project to design a second course of Horticulture 2 in collaboration with Lane Community College for our College Now program. And one of the things that I did in my master's program was actually interviewed a variety of industry members, high school teachers, and community college teachers in the area of horticulture. One of the primary driving forces of this course design was not only to teach students industry skills, but also prepare them for what we call industry recognized credentials. However, hands down, the #1 skill set that all teachers and industry members were looking for was effective communication skills. So this year, what we did in our program is we really focused on our learner profile, and we set aside time to develop both written and speaking presentation skills, and hopes to be able to better prepare our students for careers in various different industries. So as our students come up this evening, they'll be featuring one or two highlighted items. As they have a seat at the end of the program, our seniors will have an opportunity to rise from their seats and give their testimony, how CTE has impacted their four-year career here, as well as what they're doing after graduation. Many of these students tonight have never presented to anything or any board or any group outside of the classroom. So this is an experience that we're offering them as part of a career building opportunity, a resume building opportunity as well. Okay, thank you.
Our purpose, the mission of agriculture education at Pleasant Hill High School is to provide engaging student exploration, preparation for the diversity of agriculture and natural resources industries, and the careers they provide. Teach core standards of agriculture, provide rigorous and relevant hands-on learning, engage students in the community through FFA, enhance learning experiences through SAEs, and offer college malpractice.
Technical difficulties there. And you might have to hit forward button.
Ag CT curriculum. Intro to agriculture, ag business management, beginning and advanced horticulture, animal sciences, beginning and advanced metals, beginning and advanced construction, firefighting, forestry, natural resources, management conservation, CAD and CNC technology, advanced CAD, and biostable operations. Students that complete 3 credits of ag classes earn pathway completer status, which allows graduation honors, and earn pathways $20, which offset materials, equipment replacement costs. Students may receive up to 19 college now credit and graduation honors. Some of our courses won in colleges like LCC, LBCC, and PMCC. Benefits of Addition Middle School Ag. There we go. Have a chance to learn an ag, FFA is an interest area to pursue in high school. Gain an understanding of career paths and high wage, high demand jobs. Have an opportunity to attend middle school, high school career tours, career fairs, and industry networking. Learn the basics of animal science, horticulture, natural resources, forestry, and food science. Become eligible to compete in FFA with the market animal or serve the CDE team.
Credentials and certifications. State FFA degree, tractor driving certification, ATV operator's license, wildland firefighting tech type 2, Elanco veterinary medical application certification, AWS certified welder, hunter safety course certification, food handler program.
Student agriculture experience. Agriculture experience tracker is an online reporting system used by FFA members to track all SAE classroom hours. This online science journal records students' learning objectives and standards, time, financial records, goals, resumes, and generates year-end reports. Students are required to make a weekly journal entry for both classroom and SAE time and projects. We've had over just under 7,500 total online journal entries so far this year, adding up to roughly 30,000 hours. We have 156 active SAE projects, including the middle school students. This is a brief overview of This is a brief overview of how the journal works with all the different types of systems that people can do their projects on. You can use any of those systems. Yeah. For my essay project, I said spend time focused in a career exploration. I job shadowed different careers to narrow down one that I may want to pursue in the future after graduating high school. I spent many hours researching and doing job shadows and also working my current job, trying to find a career that interests me the most. I think it's very useful for me to get to see several careers that help me narrow down my choices. AET journal selection helped me in many ways by tracking budgeting, learning new skills, time management, career exploration, networking with employers, knowledge on entry to the industry.
Industry events and career development. Career development, direct industry networking with projects, tours, guest speakers, and events. Metalworks, Speedway, Peterson Cat, Lane Utility Group, Oregon Logging Conference, Knife River, Delta Sand and Gravel, Waldish, Harvey Price, Johnson Crushers, Pleasant Hill High School Career Fair, and over 18 months.
Our woodshop community service projects this year, we have made over 100 planter boxes with 4 different designs for the plant sale. We made hang plant signs and planter box benches for the booster auction. We're currently building 2 transitional housing buildings for a program called Everyone's Village. We have also made garden beds and a bench for community members. Lane ESD Hope Factory. Hope Factory is a program where students can gain experience in the construction industry. Monday to Thursday, 3 to 4 students spend the first 3 periods of the day at the factory, with some days on the factory floor helping build trailer homes, and other days in the classroom working on their certifications. Students can earn certifications like First Aid, CPR, OSHA 10, and CCER.
Metal Shop Community Service Projects. Over the year, we have been doing various projects for the community, such as signs for the Eugene Police Department cut out by our automated plasma cutter and painted by our students. We have been preparing our students for AWSD 1.1 certification testing. Students continue to build and learn various types of welding skills, such as blueprint reading for MIG, stick, and TIG. Our students have had a great track record at competitions, often placing in the top 3 at the Ag Expo, FFA, Ag Mechanics, and LDCC events.
In the greenhouse, we focus on our students learning important horticulture skills. We focus on identifying plants, cultivating plants, irrigation, and identifying pests and diseases. These skills assist in further expanding our knowledge in growing herbs, flowers, berries, and vegetables. We have the opportunity to create bouquets for school events and host student clinics for floral presentation building. Other events we offer include host horticulture career development events for district FFA. Our skills that we use in class is planting, using bulbs or geranium and coleus in the picture over to the far right. Tested our seeds for viability, and our soft skills for our color and design, landscaping, placement, and advertising, and also our plant sales on May 2nd.
Community service and leadership events, 2025 Lane County Fair. We spent 240 hours planning meetings, setting up and tearing down, did banquets, assistance, and weigh-in and marking animals. May 26th, 2026, the Eugene M's game, and the CTE night was 20 hours, CTE presentation and table and video presentation. Ag in the classroom, 100 hours teaching elementary students animal science, horticulture, and forest science. Wayne County Farm Bureau, 45 hours, annual winter, and summer banquet.
Ag in the classroom teaches 300 young students about different parts of agriculture and its importance. It includes hands-on learning experiences that get kids excited and keeps them engaged. Our plan this year will be leading the program focused on agriculture, products, food, and recipes, leading up to our concession trailer reveal. Importance, expose the students to agriculture and sparks interest in FFA. It's also a great way for high school students to practice public speaking and communication skills.
We are attending the Washington Leadership Conference in Washington, D.C. There'll be over 2,000 members and guests present. We'll attend workshops, focus on learning public speaking and communication skills. We'll network with other members from across the country. We fundraised $38,000 to attend, and we have 13 members from our chapter.
Laser engraver, we raised money for the laser engraver through the paddle auction hosted by the Pleasant Hill Education Foundation in the spring. Students will learn how to operate the engraver, learn pricing strategies, invoicing, customer service, and delivery timing. This engraver will also tie us closer into our learner profile by emphasizing critical thinking, effective communication, developing personal responsibility, and self-initiative while planning and executing projects.
Concessions trailer project. So we're currently in the works of a new 14-foot concession trailer along with propane tank with pizza ovens at the rear of the trailer. It has a pop-up service window with a counter, wash sink, freezer, coffee machine, and blenders for smoothies, tea, and hot chocolate, along with rear deck with an awning and clear slides. Our program is seeking donors and sponsors for final interior assembly, plumbing, lighting, minor equipment, and local food product networking. Students will learn about project management and gain experience in recipe development, marketing, and customer service, which are all centered around work-based learning. CTE will use the funds earned by this trailer to fund CTE and FFA events and other miscellaneous projects and expenses, aiding and offsetting out-of-pocket students' costs.
I'm Stella Carlton, I'm our chapter secretary and then our Upper Willamette District's reporter. For FFA leadership awards and scholarships, first we have our leadership activities. So this year we'll be attending the Washington DC Leadership Conference. We have 2 serving as Upper Willamette District officers. First we have Peyton White, who's serving as our vice president, and then myself serving as a reporter. We published our animal science newsletter, which CNO will be handing out for you guys, as well as the greenhouse for the plant sale board. This year Spite received a national honorary degree. That's pretty cool. Some scholarships, grants, and fundraising. We get a lot of our scholarships and grants from the Pleasant Hill Education Foundation, boosters, and then National FFA. Some fundraising was obviously the plant sale, the craft sale, and then industry grants and private donations. Awards, we have 2 people who won Lane County Youth Producer of the Year. Peyton White got first, and then Reagan got second. And then our 2025 Lane County FFA Master Showman was Peyton White, and then reserves for Wright.
Hello, everyone. My name is Peyton White, and I am our Pleasant Hill FFA Vice President and our Upper Willamette District Vice President as well. As you can see, we have our plate full with plenty of CDE events or career development events, which implements work-based learning and student involvement to do an oral test and also a written test to test their knowledge on all of those topics you can see in front of you. Our most notable of our qualifiers for state was business cooperative test, agricultural sales, and farm business management. These CDEs help us grow as more than just students.
This last summer at the 2025 Lane County Fair, we did really well. For events champion showman, we had about 4 species place really well. For our advanced reserve champion showman, we had about 3 different species. For beginning champion, we had 4. For beginning reserve champion, we had 5. And then we did really well with our goats for market. We got grand champion and reserve champion. And then our statics, we got grand champion. And then we also had Lane County Fair round robin where we had a master showman. Our market animals are very important to us in FFA. We please ask that you guys join us this year at the Lane County Fair. Our auction is July 25th, 2026. At the 2025 fair, we had 27 market animals sold, 18 breeding animals and other projects shown, 24 students had brought animals to the fair.
and our Pleasant Hill market animals sold at $200,000. Our livestock program is growing. This year, 46 students, 6th through 12th grade, are developing valuable skills through hands-on market projects, with projections indicating a record year of financial growth and student participation.
So my name is Dave Gray, I'm a senior here, and something I'll never forget, let me rephrase that. I'll never forget anything I've been taught through FFA and CTE programs. These programs have helped me develop many valuable skills, which I know will come to use for me eventually. I learned these skills through metal shop and wood shop. These skills include construction, fabrication, and welding. I'm beyond thankful for learning these skills so that I can use them for my own technical work in the near future. When I graduate, I plan to attend Utah State to study aviation and attend flight school there to where I will eventually become a commercial airline pilot.
I'm Ben Bryson. I've been involved with FFA and CTE programs all 4 years of high school. I spent a lot of my time in the metal shop, a lot of my time. Just learning and improving many types of welding and fabrication skills. Some of my favorite school memories was attending ag mechanics and welding competitions. I plan on going into custom fabrication on race cars after high school, and CTE has helped build my skills and my confidence in many, many ways.
Bryce Lamborn, I've been involved with FFA and CTE programs for all 4 years of my high school education. They've taught me many valuable lessons that I will further use throughout my life. The programs have taught me valuable lessons such as perseverance, problem solving, critical thinking, and many other important life skills. I plan to try and get to an electrical apprenticeship and use these skills to succeed.
My name is Cooper Brown. I have been involved in CTE programs for all 4 years of high school, focusing my time in wood shop, in the advanced class, shed building classes, and a shop assistant. These classes have shown me what I am capable of and have helped me learn what exactly I want to do with my life. Next year, I'm going to LCC to earn an associate's degree in construction and apply for an apprenticeship in residential construction.
My name is Cody Jones, and I have been in the CTE program all 4 years of my high school education, and it is the one thing that's helped me the most. Being able to do hands-on activities and projects helps people want to learn. I plan to use these skills while attending Morgan Institute of Technology for Business.
I'm Carson Taylor. I've been involved with the FFA program for all of high school. I've learned a lot and it's taught me some very valuable lessons that I'll use later in life to pursue in my career. Agriculture has taught me a lot. One of my favorite things we did was work in the greenhouse, growing flowers, helping build irrigation system. After high school, I plan to get a job with Knife River operating heavy equipment.
My name is Dr. Laurie. Overall, any agriculture class or CT class has helped a whole lot and prepared me for things I apply every day, whether it's helping my mom with gardening or doing work around maps. The skills I've learned has skills learned in CT definitely has helped me so much. Another benefit is the fact that it's not normal classroom work. It's hands-on skills that can bring out the creative side. Currently, I'm registered to go to Lane Community College in the fall of 2026.
I'm Taylor Geelish. I've been a part of FFA and CTE programs for 3 years of my high school career. 3 years I've been a part, learned a lot of technical skills like MIG, TIG, and stick welding. These are skills I will use in the real world. I take a metal shop, wood shop every year. I like hands-on work. And those classes will help me with my career. The CTE programs help me to think outside the box. When school is out, I'd like to see HVAC and work at Hamilton Construction.
My name is Marissa Stroud, and I'm also the president of our FFA chapter, and I have been in CTE programs for the last 4 years. These classes focus on teaching real-world skills through hands-on projects. Because of this program, I've gained practical experience that most high school students don't get. These classes have helped me grow as a student and give me a clear idea of what I want to do for my career. I'm very thankful I have had the chance to learn these skills before even graduating.
My name is Paige Buckley. I've enjoyed the past 4 years at CTE, and I've learned a variety of skills, including plant care, planning, and speaking with customers. One of my favorite events is IM Classroom, where I enjoy a chance to connect with younger students and share things I've learned about how our CTE program at our high school keeps kids involved in hands-on learning. After graduation, I plan to take steps to begin a journeyman electrician apprenticeship.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to be able to get to share these with you. If you have any questions or would like to come out and watch any of these other activities, like we mentioned before, we've got one more career development event, which is tractor driving on this Wednesday, and then we head to Sweet Home to do a forestry career development event, which is our largest event of the year. After that, we're on to Washington DC for our leadership conference, and then to the county fair. Does any board members have any questions that they would like to ask of any of our members about our programs?
Big questions per se, but I really appreciate you guys coming doing this, and I really love listening to all of the stuff you guys have learned. Showing us all the cool things you've done throughout the years. Thank you, Angela, for organizing all this. I really love our CTE programs, our ag programs, all that stuff is amazing. I hope we can continue to do it forever, so. Anybody else have any thoughts?
Yes, thank you for coming in and, presenting what you've been doing and the seniors telling us what your future plans are. And it's really good to hear that, you learned something at Pleasant Hill that's you're going to take with you for the rest of your life.
My favorite board meeting of the year. I love listening to your guys' stories. And it's my one chance to get on my stump. Because I don't normally get to say much up here. The 3 most important things you can learn. I swear to you, you'll come back 40 years from now and tell me I was right. Learn how to talk. Learn how to write. And learn how to listen. If you win in those 3 things, you'll have wild success. So I'm delighted to hear communication was a highlight. I think that's incredibly important. I think in part of the communication, we talked about reading and we talked about writing, we talked about talking, but we don't talk much about listening. And I'm not so sure that's not the most important skill you could possibly learn. So thank you guys. It's a terrific encouragement to hear what you're doing.
Perfect, well, thank you, everyone. Feel free to stay for the rest of our meeting if you're really excited about it. And if you're not, feel free to leave as well if you guys want to, so. Thank you, guys. All right. That was good. Thank you, Angela. On to 4.3, National School Nurse Day, May 6th. So I have a resolution to read here. We as a board want to recognize National School Nurse Day on May 6th, coming up in a couple weeks here. So whereas children are the future, and by investing in them today, we are ensuring our world for tomorrow. And whereas all students have a right to have their health needs safely met while in the school setting, and whereas children today face more complex and life-threatening health problems requiring care in the school, and whereas school nurses have served a critical role in improving public health and ensuring students' academic success for more than 100 years, and whereas school nurses are professional nurses that advance the well-being, academic success, and lifelong achievements of all students by serving on the front lines and providing a critical safety net for the nation's most fragile children. There's no way that's not a wrong sentence. And whereas school nurses act as a liaison to the school community, parents, and healthcare providers on behalf of children's health by promoting wellness and improving health outcomes for our community's children. And whereas school nurses are members of school-based mental health teams, and whereas school nurses understand the link between health and learning and are in a position to make a positive difference for children every day, now therefore be it resolved that the Pleasant Hill School District Board of Directors celebrates and acknowledges the accomplishments of school nurses everywhere and their efforts of meeting the needs of today's students by improving the delivery of healthcare in our schools, and offers gratitude to school nurses who contribute to our community by helping students stay healthy in school and ready to learn, and keeping parents and guardians at work, not just on this National School Nurse Day, but at every opportunity throughout the year. Be it further resolved that Pleasant Hill School District Board of Directors strongly encourages all members of our community to join with it in personally expressing appreciation to our school nurses for the dedication and devotion to their work. Adopted today. There we go. Well, I'll just say thank you again, school nurses. I mean, every employee at the school, but everyone. You have a recognition for each and every one of the school nurses for this one, so much appreciated. On to 5.1 action items, approve the board meeting minutes for April 6th. Any questions? Anyone? Not, I'll hear motions.
I move approval of the April 6th regular board meeting minutes.
Then so moved, all those in favor? Aye.
Stay.
Passes 3 in favor, 1 abstaining. 5.2, approve personnel action item.
Right, so tonight we've got one action item in front of you for personnel action. It's a probationary, administration hire. This is for our high school assistant principal and athletic director. So the recommended candidate is the result of a comprehensive and multi-step hiring process designed to ensure strong alignment with the district's instructional, athletic, and community priorities. The position was posted originally on March 2nd, with application review beginning March 16th, followed by a screening process that included committee review, reference checks, and identification of finalists. Finalists participated in a structured interview process during the weeks of March 30th and April 6th, including multiple stakeholder engagement components, such as the student panels, classroom observation, and a coaches community panel. Through the process, Mr. Patrick Darman emerged as the leading candidate. Mr. Darman brings approximately 17 years of experience in education, including service as a middle school principal, assistant principal, athletic director, and classroom teacher. His background reflects a strong emphasis on instructional leadership, student engagement, building positive school culture, along with demonstrated success in improving attendance and community professional learning communities and expanding student programs, including athletics and extracurricular opportunities. His experienced leadership approach and demonstrated commitment to students and community align well with the needs and priorities of Pleasant Hill High School. So tonight, it's recommended the board of directors approve the personal action for licensed employees as reflected in this resolution, and any addendum presented along with it. Category is probationary 1, administrative hire.
Thank you, Jim. Anybody questions or thoughts? No? All right. No comments, I'll hear motions.
I'll approve for resolution 4556, 29, personnel action.
All right, and so moved, all those in favor? Aye. Passes 4-0. On to 5.3, curriculum adoption, social studies.
Yeah, so the social studies time for adoption this year. So in accordance with the board policy IIA, the instructional resources, instructional materials. The titles listed below are presented to the board for approval for the social studies programs. These titles provide science and acquisition components correlated to the Oregon State standards and reflect the recommendation of the Pleasant Hill Schools Health should be social studies adoption. Committee, the social studies department chair, Mr. Mill, is here tonight to present the recommendation as available to answer any questions.
Yeah, so I'm Joe Neal. I am the social studies department chair at the middle high school. So Susanna Williams, basically last spring, we kind of sat down for the first time and she kind of outlined all of the steps we would take throughout this year. And then she's been and done a ton of work kind of behind the scenes to get information about kind of state recommended texts, options, and has been in communication with me, periodically throughout kind of the beginning of the school year. I think it was in January, and I think all the elementary, there were two, we got to go out to the ESD, and spend an afternoon kind of looking at all the state approved texts, getting our hands on them, kind of working with them. And then K through 12, I think we all decided on the same, publisher that we like. I brought one sample. It's from, a series, it's kind of like History Alive, which is a series that I was introduced to maybe 15 years ago or so. So it's kind of on my radar at least. Coming in to look at it, and I think what we really liked about it was the way the materials presented. And I think especially for, I know our middle school team really liked the fact that they come with kind of these interactive student notebooks, a little bit more on paper, a little bit less maybe on screens, which I think is a benefit to get a mix there. And then at the high school for us, gives us some options to pull from kind of these types of resources as well. It's got different strategies for note taking, kind of active reading. It mixes kind of geography and history, and I teach government and economics and at the upper levels. And so the use of that there, I think, has been very beneficial and kind of got us all excited about the possibilities. You know, in a lot of ways, history textbooks are very similar in the information that they present. Finding kind of little ways that we can use resources that textbooks have is big for us. They've all got good online access. They can give us an extra piece to get kids that might need kind of extra time with materials and things like that. It was one that we kind of across the board, I think we're the most excited about.
Do you have any questions for Joe?
I have two.
Yeah.
You answered it, but I just think what I heard you say is the content. How many choices were there?
Oh, probably 5 or 6 different kind of publishers and different options for us, yeah.
And the content is pretty consistent, it's stylistic.
Yeah, and so I look at and I don't know, Brent, you talk about any of the elementary options, but for me, like history, part of that, which is what a lot of my focus is, history government, it's all pretty standard in terms of, because it's very sequential. Government does a lot of like branches of government, the Constitution, Bill of Rights, political participation. So they're all very similar in a lot of ways. And so this one, I think, stood out to me in the way that some of the lessons are based around kind of projects in ways to take maybe one like particular piece of any given unit and then to go into more depth on that, which is what I think we do a lot of anyway, but to have extra tools that we can pull from, I think is beneficial for us.
I miss those days.
Yeah.
School without government.
Yeah.
I think I must have been on vacation. That's great, thank you. And the second one, I think I know the answer, but interesting that you pointed out the paper.
Yeah.
The screen.
Yeah.
Why was that attractive?
I know, and again, I'll just speak from my experience in that it's been kind of grappling with how to balance both things.
Yeah.
Because I know as soon as technology came in, the ability to use Google Classroom to kind of go paperless, have everything in one spot, to have any type, especially like for history government, any type of research that we want to do, like right at our fingertips, that was very enticing. The more and more that I think about it, as kids are on, like in high school, in front of the screen, 6 or 7 periods a day, and having switched both of the AP classes I teach, we are almost all like paper, handwritten notes, and having done it that way, there's a lot that I like about that too. And so it's just something that I thought a lot about, kind of that balancing act of taking advantage of the technology. There's a lot of great things about it. But I think there's something about, pen and paper, different things in your brain that are engaged, fewer kind of distractions that can pull you away. So I think especially like for me at least, seeing the possibilities there like in the middle school level, especially, and then it's kind of as they're kind of developing and growing and learning all these things, there's a lot of good possibilities there to mix a little bit more.
Totally agree. Thank you for sharing that.
Any other questions for me? Well, thank you.
So it's recommended the board of directors approve the list under the long list there. You can see from elementary K through 5, middle school 6 through 8, high school's teacher curriculum institute, and then the AP human geography, and exhibit for you.
Do we need to do each of those individually or just a one curriculum
You
adoption?
just do one curriculum adoption of that exhibit, yes.
So we'll hear motions on 5.3.
I move to approve curriculum adoption social studies.
That's so moved. All those in favor? Aye. Passes 4-0. 5.4, curriculum adoption, agriculture science.
Yes, and so then agriculture science, in front of you tonight, a little bit smaller as far as the amount of titles for you, so it's, specific to our, horticulture, science department. We've also got the CT chair, Angela White here tonight, make a little small presentation and answer any questions you have.
I guess first question is anything significantly different than what you're currently doing, right?
Well, currently we're not teaching with textbooks. Ours has been, out of date for about 1.5 years now. And so what we're doing this evening is, we're actually we're renewing, our textbooks, replacing the ones that are, outdated and not supported anymore. Our textbooks range, from grade 7 through 12. And our current textbooks are not supported for our online, or our, teacher extra, workbooks and those things that are paper copy as well. And so basically tonight, what I wanted to share with you, it's a little bit different than the process that we went through our formal, adoption process. Our program, scope of need is about 250 students per semester. And we cover 21 different classes where history might repeat, the same multiple preps. We have 3 teachers teaching essentially, 6 different classes with shop assistants and other things like that as well. So, while we are technically considered an elective program and we're not on a formal textbook adoption cycle, our courses do function on an elective level. All of my classes, which are offered for College Now credit, require additional alignment with community college and industry standards. And many of the students that you've seen tonight also take these courses to meet high school science and English graduation requirements. So although it may not say biology or chemistry, it is an actual science textbook. With the average class size of my lecture classes being 5, and 2, our average class size is 4 to 16 at shop setting. We have a high quality proven room that will continue that way. The students in our program are college careers. And advisory board, we have a, industry member advisory board to look at our curriculum as well as our CTE team, made of myself, Nick Peter, and Steve Smith. And we reviewed 4 different publishers, free materials that were sent to us, weighed the pros and cons, looked through to see which particular publisher could meet all 3 of those areas: horticulture sciences, ag sciences, metals, and woodshop. And so that is ultimately how we made the selection on this publisher. In October, I actually did go to the National FFA Convention and met with the publisher to see the most hot off the press textbooks, and really did like what I saw. In addition, we also have a specific foods and a middle school targeted textbook as well that has been added to the request. We went through, again, our curriculum alignment with Susanna Williams, the curriculum specialist here, verified that we do meet and exceed all correlations with Oregon standards. In addition, because they were hot off the press, we also were able to receive a 25% discount on these, as well as all teacher free resources, which is actually a pretty good savings. Let's see here. Once we move forward, our administration sent that request to the superintendent, and we offered a community review February 9th, where over 65 FFA parents and community members reviewed the text materials, where we also left that on review in the main office for over 2 weeks. Communication was shared through our parent view, announcements through the high school and middle school, newsletters, and then of course our individual teacher outreach communications from parents, teachers directly to parents. No concerns were raised, and so our admin recommended moving forward. I really like these textbooks for these 4 main reasons. They meet and exceed Oregon state standards in 3 of our primary areas: science, math, and communications or language arts. They also align with our Common Core, our Next Gen Science Standards, AFNR, and Oregon CTE, which has its own set of career and technical education standards. They support industry recognized credentials, and they also embed a significant amount of differentiated learning for all students, from IEPs to TAG. The cost really couldn't be beat by any of the other 2 publishers that we've interviewed, for about $24,000, factored over 5 to 6 years. That equates to about $13 to $16 per student per year. While most of our equipment that we purchase is funded through grants, industry support, and student fundraise, the curriculum is very difficult to find funding through grants and is widely considered a district responsibility. This seems to be a fairly low cost, high impact investment that maintains college now programs, ensures alignment with current standards, and supports real world learning for all students.
Thank you. Any questions for Angela?
I am curious.
Yeah.
I really selfish question.
Yeah.
Do any of the textbooks do Latin name identification?
Absolutely. That's part of the nomenclature. They teach, as a matter of fact, we're actually teaching it right now in our forestry coming up. We do the scientific name and the common name. That's part of our career development. And so that is completely embedded in our horticulture as well as our floriculture. There is some, when we talk about the animal sciences and the plant sciences, they understand what the nature of that in root words. Can they spell those? Probably not. I struggle with spelling Latin words from time to time, but it does talk about the history and the why that is aligned to that particular classification. And of course, the nomenclature is really important within the agricultural sciences.
So.
Okay. We're all speaking Latin.
So it's recommended the board of directors approve the list of textbooks, materials in front of you in exhibit 2526.131.
Move to approve the curriculum adoption agriculture services, exhibit 2526.31.
That's so moved. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passes 4-0. Thank you again, Angela.
Mr. Leon, this way. Thank you guys.
On On to 5.5, approve, Pleasant Hill School District collective bargaining agreement.
All right, so the school district and Pleasant Hill Education Association bargaining teams met beginning February 4th, 2026, to negotiate a successor bargaining agreement for licensed teaching employees, and the new agreement will be effective July 1st, 2026 through June 30th, 2029, so 3-year agreement. School board is being asked tonight to ratify the new 3-year agreement, so it's recommended the board of directors approve the new 3-year agreement between Pleasant Hill School District and Pleasant Hill Education Association effective July 1st, 2026 through June 30th, 2029.
Questions? I know we've already gotten a couple of updates, previous meetings. No? All right, I'll hear motions.
I move to approve Pleasant Hill School District, Pleasant Hill Education Association, 2026-2029 collective bargaining agreement.
It's been moved. All those in favor?
Aye.
Passes 4-0. Thanks for your work on that, Jim.
I think it really, Marietta and I met a few times before we actually got into bargaining. But I just appreciated how prepared they were for bargaining. We met a total of 4 times, formally. And I want to just thank our district team as well for being in there, because we weren't trying to set any sort of records, but 4 meetings is pretty good for bargaining.
Excellent. Thank you. On to 5.6, approve superintendent contract.
Yes, so the board had the opportunity to review superintendent's employment contract, which includes updated compensation revisions for the next 3 years and maintains a rolling 3-year contract term. Contract reflects the board's continued commitment to stable leadership and continuity in district operations. It's recommended that the board of directors approve the superintendent employment contract for myself as presented.
Any questions here tonight? Anybody? Nope. All right. I'll hear motions.
Move approval of the superintendent contract 25-26.133.
Then so moved. All those in favor?
Aye.
Passes 4-0. Thank you again, Jim, for all the work you do. This is great. 6.0 or 6.1, license depreciation week.
So this was a carryover from the last meeting, just the idea of coming back to see if there was some ideas as far as how the board would like to celebrate the licensed teachers during their appreciation week of May 4th through the 8th. So open for discussion.
Anybody come up with some good ideas? No.
Didn't know about it.
Oh,
We were gonna figure it out.
yeah.
Let's say both buildings do have a full week, generally centered around food, right? Appreciate our food. So my recommendation is that I think they enjoy having the ice cream and being able just to kind of hang out and talk a little bit. So if you want to stick with that, then we can work with Kendall and getting that order and get it set up for you.
Yeah, that sounds good. No additional things from anyone, any comments?
We'll look ahead in the calendar, if find a nice warm sunny day.
Best.
Okay, and I'm gonna really work with you on the date and time as far as the 2 buildings go and let you sign up.
Thank you. 7.1, calendar events.
Here events, we are end of April already. We do have a rooster auction this Saturday at Willard Pavilion. Doors open at 5:30. There's a link in there if you'd like to purchase tickets. And then going into May, we've got high school, the plant sale on Saturday, May 2nd at the high school greenhouse that opens at 9 a.m. See Jen and Drew signed up for that. May 13th, PTO meeting in the community center at 2:30. May 13th, also a booster meeting here in the community center at 6:30. The Education Foundation on May 21st. So I see Jen has signed up here at the community center at 6. And then for your calendars, graduation is Friday, June 5th. We're looking at 7 o'clock, and forecast I'm sure is going to be nice and sunny.
Positive,
Absolutely.
8.0, any other business for anyone? Alrighty, well, with that, our next meeting is on May the 4th at 7 p.m. right here. Meeting's adjourned.